softball, then you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. We're bringing you more interviews, more videos, and more product reviews than anyone else on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. Now, every week I tell you, if you found our show on Facebook, YouTube, or any other video sharing site, to please check out our website at fastpitch.tv. You know, it's the place to find all of our past episodes and the place for you to keep up with our future episodes too as they come out. Well, now you really need to take my word on this and you need to check out the website. We've had a major upgrade to the website, and now if you watch this show on a regular basis, well, then you know I create a lot of different softball-related shows and websites. Well, now we have moved all the different shows and websites to one website, and that's fastpitch.tv. Okay, so I'm telling you now that if you've not seen what we have done over there with the Fastpitch TV website, you really need to go check it out as soon as this episode is over. For most of this year, I've been bringing you clinics from Softball Con in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, it was really a great conference. Now, I would recommend this conference really to anyone. To find out more about next year's conference, which some of the speakers are already up, go to their website, softballcon.net. Now, today I'm going to bring you part one of Ken Dunlop-Borders' clinic on proper pitching mechanics. So let's go to that right after a word from our sponsor.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout, and wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket.
You know, you hear a lot of people say, you know, you got to get those hips open, we got to get those hips closed. That is how a lot of men pitch. When you watch men pitch in fast pitch, they do. But two reasons, like I told you earlier. One is because they're physically stronger. They can do that and still throw the ball hard. But two, their rules are different, okay? You see all those men, they crazy, okay? And their rules are different than ours. They don't have to keep both feet on the ground, you know, at all times. So they can do some things where they're flipping this back foot around and opening and closing. If you watch video, I could probably show you video of 1,000 kids pitching that come out and flip this back foot around and get to this open position. And what you will see is that they will throw the pitch, and then after the ball is released, they're going to bring their hand in. They don't have time. There's not enough time in the motion to be able to flip this foot around and get it back in before you let the ball go. Okay? So it is really, really important that you talk to your kids about staying up on this back toe and driving this back leg in. This is never going to move. Once you set that angle, when you step out there, you're done. Okay? And to me personally, I think the easiest thing, to relate that to is how we walk, how you're built. I tell my kids, if I'm going to walk from here to there, I'm just going to go right up on my toe and I'm going to walk. Right? That's how I'm built. I don't do this to walk. Okay? That's not natural. So when we pitch, it's not natural to come out here and flip this foot around. Okay? So, again, really important. I think that obviously, having good mechanics, having a good base is the key to, not having injuries. Okay? If you see a pitcher that has a shoulder or arm injury, 95% of the time it's because they have poor mechanics. If that back foot is turning and we're throwing and then getting this back leg in, we are only throwing with upper body, just their arm. So that is a lot of stress and strain on their upper body. They're weak. They're weak up here. So that is where you will see those injuries occur, is when you have those poor mechanics. And all of that is directly related to what this back foot's doing when they take their step. Okay? So, obviously that's important. Upper body mechanically, I said something about the glove hand. So we want the glove hand to stay on the power line, okay? And either, come down in front of their body, come into their body. I like my kids to bring their glove hand into their body. You guys will see they slap their legs and slap them back here. Obviously, if I'm trying to throw the ball from here to home plate in a straight line as hard as I can throw it, I want everything going in the direction of home plate. If one part of me is going out here to the side, I'm obviously not throwing the ball as hard as I can here, right? Okay, so the other thing glove hand is so important is because, and this is a little bit more advanced, but you know, you want to teach it to them early on so that you don't have to worry about it. The reason that the glove hand flies left is because they are physically not strong enough to keep that glove in front of their body, okay? So, eventually, later on down the line, when they learn movement pitches, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, but the most important one is the rise ball with the glove hand. So, if we're trying to get the ball to spin backwards, okay? You know, the rise ball, everybody loves the rise ball, gotta have the rise ball, right? So, hardest pitch to throw by far. One, because they're not physically strong enough to throw it, all right? But because of the awkward position that you've got to get your hand in to get this ball to spin backwards, all right? So what happens is this. We're telling the kids, you know, we've got to get down here, we've got to come in, we've got to leave with the inside of our hand, we want this ball to spin directly backwards. So here I am, here I am, here I am. If this glove hand is here, there's no way I can spin this ball backwards. It's not going to happen, okay? So what you're going to see is that screw spin, okay? And yes, you know, you can obviously get the ball to go up a little bit with screw spin, but you're not going to get that severe cut that you're used to getting if you have the ball that spins actually backwards. All right? So the other thing that you're looking for, upper body, arm circle, we want an arm circle to be loose. Okay? Loose is fast. All right? So, you know, you don't want them to be locked out and completely extended. That's not as fast as they can be. The looser I am, the faster I am. So, you know, their arm circle should be natural. What I tell them is, when you make your arm in a circle just standing here, that's your circle. That's it. You know, no two circles are alike. My circle is different than yours is different than hers. We're all different, okay? I'm not going to tell them to be 2 inches away from their ear or, you know, anything crazy like that. Just natural, okay? The other thing is, if you're looking at video, what you should see here is the ball on top. You don't want the ball here. Okay, the ball should not be facing down. All right, what we want is middle joint should always lead. All right, this is just, you know, again, kinesiology. You turn the TV on and you watch football and you see the guys kicking it. They lead middle joint. Their knee is going to come through and they're going to kick. You watch the baseball pitchers. You see it in the paper. What leads? Middle joint leads, okay? Same thing in pitching. I'm going to get to here, my middle joint's going to lead. So what happens is, this elbow is going to come through, and then your arm is going to whip through the bottom of the circle. So whip is how we get speed out of our upper body, okay? Again, not physically strong usually. We're going to try and get that whip. If the ball's here, this is called load and early, okay? If you have kids that look like they're giving a lot of effort, and the ball's coming in really slow or it's not spinning a lot, it's usually because they're flipping this ball around and they're pushing the ball through, okay? So the last thing is obviously wrist snap. We want that fastball to come off the middle finger, get good 12-6 spin. The faster the ball spins, the faster the speed of the pitch is, okay? So, you know, that's just kind of a basic rundown as far as, you know, general mechanics that we're looking for. Now, obviously, depending on the time of the year that you're at, is, you know, going to determine how much you're going to focus on that. Right now, we're in preseason. Okay, so in preseason, we are preparing for, you know, the year to play. So at this point, our main focus cannot be on mechanics. Our main focus has to be, can I throw a strike? Can I throw a strike? Now, off season, which starts in August, runs through December, is when we're going to focus on those mechanics, making sure that, you know, we're getting our timing right, that we're landing flat on that front foot, where the ball's placed when that front foot lands. You know, are we staying up on that toe and dragging? You know, off season, we are not concerned with the ability to throw a strike. We are concerned with getting faster and, you know, working on movement, pitches, spin, that kind of stuff. All right, so this time of year, obviously I wouldn't let anything major go with my kids, but, you know, I'm not going to, you know, you can't harp, you know, so much on this glove hand because we've got to worry about, can they hit that outside corner? Can they hit that inside corner? All right, so depending on the time of the year that you're at is going to determine how much detail you're going to pay attention to with the mechanics. Okay, balance. So, you know, after you have hopefully established that they've got good, you know, lower body mechanics, they're coming up on that toe, they're hitting that power line, it's very important that they're balanced. You know, you don't want your kids falling left or right or continuing to move forward closer to home plate. So, when they're throwing, if they're hitting that power line and dragging that heel, you know, they should be pretty balanced out here in front. Okay, so I go through several balance drills with my kids, all ages. Some of them like to do them in their warm-up routines. I don't think that's a bad idea, obviously. So the first one is, you're gonna see she's just gonna pitch, drag, and stand up on her left leg and balance. So you see that you're just wanting to make sure that they're hitting that power line. Their drag foot should be coming all the way to their heel. So what you'll see a lot of them do is pick their foot up halfway. You want to make sure that that drag toe is getting all the way to that heel, and then they're picking it up and staying balanced, okay? When we get to target work in a minute, you'll see that they can do the same drill when they're doing target work, okay? So, obviously if I'm trying to, again, throw the ball in a straight line as hard as I can, if I'm falling off to one side, either way, my momentum is obviously going side to side, not forward towards home plate, okay? Now, the other one, I love, this is one of my favorite drills. It's pitching off the balance beam. This drill's great. I love it. Kids hate it. Obviously they're scared of it. I mean, everybody, I've had lots of kids fall off of it. Nobody's been hurt too majorly to this point. But it forces you to have balance. Okay, you better hit that power line or you're gonna eat it. Okay, so you see that, they're just, same thing, mechanically they're correct, they're hitting the power line, they're nice and balanced at the end out there. They should not be falling off of that balance beam side to side. Eventually, with the rise ball, the balance beam is great because on the rise ball, if you're not staying balanced as far as staying in the middle, if you're going side to side on that rise ball, you're in trouble. You should be able to throw the rise ball full speed from that balance beam and stay up there, okay? So balance beam is great. It's 8 feet by 8 inches are the dimensions. We have the little mounds that we put on ours, painted power line, and I use them for everything. I use them for change-ups. Just to make sure those kids are being held accountable to, that base of hitting that power line. All right. Is that what's next? All right. Speed. Speed comes first, not accuracy, okay? And this is hard. This is so hard because if you could just, for one day, right now, this time of year, see my email and my phone calls of people wanting in lessons right now. Okay? Oh, it's almost February. We need to learn how to pitch. We got to play at the end of the month. It's time to learn how to pitch, right? Okay. Hard. Because the first thing I say to every kid that walks in my building is, I want you to throw the ball as hard as you can throw it. I don't care where it goes. If you hit the ceiling, that's fine. If you hit me, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Okay? I don't care. Throw your guts out. And what do girls do? Oh, I don't want to throw it over my dad's head. They're freaking out. They don't want to throw it over the backstop. Somebody might look at them. Somebody might make fun of them. Okay? If I picked any guy and said to him, throw the ball as hard as you can throw it, what's he going to do? He's going to rear back and show me what he's got. Right? That's just typical. Girls' personalities are not like that. They are very concerned with what everybody thinks about them, who's watching them. So this is hard. All right? But you have got to get it in their heads to throw the ball as hard as they can throw it. The name of the game is fast pitch. Okay? It's not slow pitch. So you want to maximize, their effort and their ability to throw the ball as hard as they can. If they have good mechanics and they throw the ball as hard as they can, they will be accurate. They will be accurate. Okay? The kids that throw, 100% one pitch, 80% one pitch, 60% one pitch, they're all over the place. Their brain never does learn that release point. All right? So it's, you can't understand how important it is for them to throw 100% every time. Every time. And obviously that's hard. Now, pitching is a learned skill, which means anybody can do it. Okay? Anybody can do it. However, some kids are obviously born with more God-given talent. Ivy Renfro was born throwing 67 miles an hour. Okay? She has freak speed. She was born with it. Obviously, her parents have some type of genetic, unbelievable stuff because all three of them are, unbelievable athletes. But she was born with that speed. Obviously, the stronger that you get, the faster that you're going to throw, but not every kid is going to throw 60. It's just not, it's not going to happen, okay? So, you just want to maximize your athlete's speed to their, potential. Now, eventually when they get older, once they get to high school or even to college, gaining 1 mile an hour, 2 miles an hour is extremely hard. It's very hard, most of that's going to come from the weight room, tweaking the mechanics just a little bit. Maybe their timing on the front foot landing, we can get, a mile an hour or so. Maybe if this glove hand's flying, we can correct that. But for the most part, you're going to see that those kids that are going to throw freakishly hard do it from an early age. Okay? So I have the Purdue kids is who I have on the video, but she's one of those kids. Obviously she's a good size kid, but she has great speed. JJ Francis. That kid has good size, but she was born with some good speed, okay? So you just have to take that into consideration. So size, I just said it. Obviously kids that have bigger size have more of an ability to throw the ball hard. It's just like any other sport, it's like anything. And I use Ivy a lot because if you haven't seen her in person, God, she's a beast. She's tall, but she's broad. She is built, it's unbelievable to look at her. When she came back last Christmas after she spent one fall at Tennessee, she put on 17 pounds from the weight room. There's a reason that the kid throws as hard as she does. Look at her. Girls just normally are not built like that, okay? So size does matter. Now, there are your exceptions to the rule, as everything. Jocelyn Flores from Berkeley, 5 foot tall, threw the crap out of it. Again, freakish speed. So you have to take those things into consideration. I do think pitchers, should be, have a little meat on them. That doesn't hurt. And that, again, girls, it's hard. I got to college, and Yvette Gerard said, "You're putting on 40 pounds. Of course, I cried. I had been thin my whole life, and she said, "You're not going to make it that scrawny. 40 pounds, put it on." Made a big difference. Okay? All right. Okay, so I said this a little bit ago. Speed comes first, then accuracy. So I strive for my pitchers to be pinpoint accurate. And what I say to them is, I expect you to hit a spot the size of a dime 10 out of 10 times. Okay? With my college kids and the older high school kids, I say to them, there should be no exception to this. Okay? There should be no exception. If you are practicing and you are giving the effort in practice, and you're working on stuff, you should be accurate. Okay?
I dream. I dream. I dream NPF.
I dream NPF.
I dream NPF.
I play USSSA. I play USSSA.
I play USSSA. I play USSSA.
Come join all of us. Dream NPF, play USSSA.
I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Now, we'll be back at Softball Con again in 2012, so I look forward to seeing you there. Now, if you have an iPhone, an iPad, or Android phone, you need to get to the Fastpitch TV show app on your phone. Now, just go to your phone's app store, search softball, and believe me, you'll find it. It's not very hard. Like I said, don't forget to check out our new and improved Fastpitch.tv website. Become a fan of the show on Facebook at facebook.com/FastPitchTV. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FastPitchTV. That's all for today's show. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.
This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network.